Good morning. Just going to wait for a few of you to join in. Hopefully you're all up nice and early on this sunny Sunday. I'm going to be using Tiger Tail today, so I hope you've got your crystals. I just popped up a little picture of the crystals. I'm going to take a picture of the rest of my study wall because when these crystals sit in the sun, it looks amazing. It's covering my entire wall in little flecks of light. It's beautiful. Hi, morning Kitty. Sorry, I might be a couple of minutes late. Kitty and I were just catching up, deciding on what we were going to do for the next week for everyone. Getting ahead of all of the projects. I can see a load of you coming in. Very happy Easter to you all. Hope you're staying home, staying safe. Maybe got a few Easter eggs in the cupboard. I know we do. We might have started those last night. Okay, lovely. Got a good few of you all ready this morning. Okay, so we're going to be working with Tiger Tail today. Hopefully you enjoyed yesterday's memory wire and the divider bars. Morning Judith, morning Joanne, hi everyone. Okay, so we're going to use Tiger Tail wire, and I'm sure you probably have a lot of this in your cupboards. It's used for basic stringing, but we're going to do a little bit of a more intricate design with it today. So we're going to use it for a bit of fringing and for a bit of detail. Morning Camille. No sound. Oh, I hope everyone else can hear me. Morning, Margaret. Hi, Dean. Hi, Lucy. Hi, Julie. Sunny Lincolnshire. Yes, I'm here too. It's beautiful. Morning, Jill. Camille, try and turn the side buttons up on your phone. Maybe you've turned it down. Morning, Alison. Happy Easter. Another lovely day for beading. Yes, absolutely. Okay, so using the Tiger Tail wire, I've also got some spacer beads. So just lovely little metallic spacer beads. You could use seed beads as well. Morning, Natalie. I'm also using some culottes. So if you don't know culottes, they are the little sort of clamshell domes that will cover the crimp beads and our Tiger Tail wire. So that's going to hide all of our fixtures and findings. And then I've just grabbed a little selection of blingy crystals for today. Look at the sparkle on those. Like I said, I'm going to take a picture of the rest of my study because it is covering the room. It's so beautiful. Okay, so I've got a little selection of sort of half coat silver. I've also got a nice jet black, a bit of a deep navy blue, a crystal, and then I'm going to add in a little bicone as well. Wow, let me catch up with you all. Hold on one sec. Let's scroll through these. Hi, morning Dee. Happy Easter. I can hear okay. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Morning, Sheila. Hi, Chris. I have no sound. Oh, so some of you have no sound, some of you do. Turn the buttons up on the side of the phone. Let's have a look. Morning, Denny. Hi, Jan. Hi, Marie from Malta. Oh, beautiful. Went there once when I was in my teens. Gorgeous island. Morning, Mum. Happy Easter. Hi, Camille. Okay, lovely. So I've got a few of you there. Right, I've got my crystals ready. Got my Tiger Tail. I've decided to do, because I'm going to make this one for telly, because I wear quite a lot of blue, I've got like a navy pair of trousers that I wear, and I normally sort of mix it with like a yellow or an orange or something. So I'm going to take one of my strands of crystals. Now, Kitty and Simon are putting crystals on offer today. We're going to give you a bit of a blingy Easter treat. They are the 6x8mm crystal rondelles, and they are going to be in a beautiful bundle and on offer. So make sure when you're getting your free PDF, which is this one here today, Working with Tiger Tail, lots of top tips, how to get a professional finish, and obviously we're going to show you the fringing today as well. While you're popping that in your basket, have a little look at the crystal bundle as well. These are the types of bundles that the guys put together. I mean, look at this, it's beautiful. Lots of different colours, 6x8 rondelles, so they are going to be super useful in so many projects as well. So for those of you who haven't been getting the PDFs already, make sure you share the video, get your friends in on making something and having a little bit of creativity for the day. Remember to like the Totally Beads page and you'll get notifications every time we go live as well. So 10 o'clock every morning, and I'll read through the list that we're going to do next week as well. And of course, Kitty will put them all in the events so you can keep track of it all. So what we're going to do today is Tiger Tail, just a few top tips. I'm going to take this strand, and this is about the right size for me, so I'm just going to string this on the Tiger Tail as it is, and I'm going to intersperse it with some of my spacer beads. So I'm going to turn you down. Hi Bernie, hi Annette, hi Doris. Doris is now my second mum. She adopted me after yesterday's video. Morning, Doris. Okay, so I'm going to turn this down. I'm going to try and block some of the beautiful sun as well so that you guys can see. Morning, Dawn. Okay, so we're just going to need our little cutters to cut these from the strand. Now then, with your tiger tail wire, we're going to secure it into place using crimp beads and culottes. So the culottes are the little domes, like so, and then we're also going to add on crimp beads. Now crimp beads are tiny little beads, just about the size of a size 11 seed bead, and we're going to crush these so that it's going to hold it into place. So first of all, we'll come up through the middle of our culotte, add on your crimp bead. Now because this one is going to be a little bit heavier because I'm using quite large crystals, I'm actually going to add on 2 of my crimp beads. Let me just get my right pliers. Hang on one sec, sorry. Not very organised this morning. I had a bit of a late morning. Okie dokie. Flat pliers. So you're just going to move it just towards the end of your wire, but leave a little tail for now. We can trim that off. I'm going to take both of the crimp beads in my flat nose pliers and I'm just going to crush them. So they're really soft and pliable, very manageable to work with. The culotte or your crimp covers will come up and cover these. So I'm going to trim and leave a tail. I'm not going to trim it right to the edge of my tiger tail. I am leaving a small tail, enough that it will sit in the dome. It's probably a tiny bit too long. Enough so it sits in the dome, but if any pressure is on your necklace and it slides ever so slightly, you don't want the tail to be too close because then it will just unthread through the your, where are my cutters? Here they are. It will unthread through the crimp bead and will obviously come undone. So culotte all the way to the top, like so. I think a lot of you are having problems with the sound and I don't really know what to do about that. I don't know if it's something I'm doing. I'm sorry, some of you can hear me and some of you can't. Natalie is saying that she tried it on a different device. No sound on the iPhone, but not on iPad, and checked iPad. Very strange. Oh no, I hope you're all okay. Try clicking the speaker symbol on the video. Oh, is that me or you guys? Let me turn my sound up. Okay, hopefully you're all sorting each other out. I'm sorry. I'm going to keep on making, but hopefully you can hear me. I'm pretty sure Kitty would let me know by now if she couldn't hear me. Okay, so I have put the crimp bead up at the very top, close that all with the culotte, and then we're going to start threading on. Kitty can hear me fine. Okay. Well, she's the boss, so I'm going to crack on, and I hope the rest of you can I hope the rest of you can sort it out on your devices. Okay, so I'm also going to use, now this is where you want to be careful not getting them all mixed up. I'm going to use some smaller spacer beads, but they do look exactly like my crimp beads. Just a lovely little small metallic spacer bead. You could use any size, but this is just going to give me that little bit of colour. Now with your tiger tail wire, a lot of the time you can get little kinks on the end of them where it's been wrapped around the spool. If your beads are large enough, you could use an easy eye needle. Why won't this bit cut off today? It's being very naughty. I've got a real hardy piece of tiger tail. So I'm just picking up spacer bead and then a crystal. And this is going to start giving me some nice colour. It's really nice to mix or match the colour of your spacer bead with the colour of the findings that you're using. Or of course you could use a seed bead as well if you've got those in your stash. It's just to break up some of the colour and to give you that little bit more of a professional finish. Now, the crimp beads are actually going to be used as a design feature in the bottom part of our necklace, in the fringing. So the the spacer beads are also just going to pick up that little design detail and start integrating it all in. So you can see you've got a really nice little pattern just using these, and then I'll go all the way down to the middle. That's nice and simple. You know how to finish it off. You know how to start it. So we're going to make some nice little decorative features for the centre. So let me show you. This is what we're going to be doing. So we're creating lovely little fringing. Now you could fill your entire necklace with these, or as this one shows, you could just have it as a nice little detail down at the front. Karen, I can hear you. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Bernie. I'm on a Samsung pad. It's fine. Excellent. Jacqueline, I can hear you. Thank you so much, lovelies. Morning, Sarah, Kitty, and all you lovely ladies. Happy Easter to you all. Yes, thank you, Marie. Happy Easter, everyone. Hope you're all doing okay. It's a bit strange not being able to see our families, I know, but we're going to do one of these. I don't know if any of you have used Zoom. It's like a multi-video service so that you can have multiple people on at the same time. So once I finish this, we're about to go and do it with John's family. Have a nice little Easter call with the nephews and John's mum and dad. And we've got Beth here as well. So it should be a whole family on a video. Not sure how it's going to work yet, but I'll let you know how it goes. But yeah, use your phone calls, use your devices, interact like we are. Hopefully it'll keep you all nice and happy. Okay, so I've got just a few bicones, just for a bit of difference in texture and dimension. I've also got my lovely rondelles that Kitty and Simon will put on offer today, and I'm mixing the colours as well. So I've used my darkest colour on my strand, and then I'm going to use some of the lighter ones but intersperse it with a dark one as well, just to carry on some of that colour. Okay, so when we're making the fringes, we're just going to take a really small piece of tiger tail wire, like so, and then I'm going to add a crimp bead onto both strands. So I'm going to loop it over, pick up a crimp bead onto one strand, and again, don't get your crimp beads mixed up with your spacers because your spacers won't crush like a crimp. Okay, so I've got a lovely little loop here, and my crimp bead I'm going to move up to the top. Now, I only want to leave a small gap because my rondelle beads are quite large. This will sit beautifully in the middle. Just make sure that the crimp bead, sorry, let me get rid of this sun, I may be turning around a bit. The crimp bead is going to sit at the base of the bead. If it's too large or too small, then it's going to throw out the rest of the pattern and the beads won't sit nicely. So you can see I've got this lovely little cross. So I've looped them over. This is going to just now be used as a threadable component in the necklace itself. And then I'm going to add on some bead detail down here. So I'm going to start with a crimp bead. Then I'm going to add on, let's do a bicone, let's do a spacer, and then let's do a rondelle. And this bit, you're just going to totally wing a lovely little design. We're going to change them all up so that we get lovely difference of sizes, textures, patterns, colours, and then you just want to decide how long you want it to be. So some of them I'm going to create a little bit smaller on the outside, because with your necklace, try to graduate from length. So smaller as you work down the side and then larger as you get into the middle. So first of all, I'm going to crush the bottom crimp like so, and then actually, I might just leave that top crimp as it is, or should we sit it in place? You could obviously crush that one and have that as securing it in place, or you can just leave it loose. I think I'm going to leave that one loose because it looks quite nice. And then again, just leave a very small tail underneath the tiger tail wire. So it's long enough that it's giving you, let's go in a bit closer, long enough that it's giving you that extra bit of security, but short enough so that when this hangs, it's pretty much invisible. Like so. And then we'll do something on the other side as well. Oh, here you go. Kitty's put the offer on. The offer, 10 strands of 6x8 crystals at 40% off, usually 25, and today they are £15. Happy Easter. There's a nice bit of Easter bling for you. Thank you, Kitty. Okay, so I'm going to balance up the colours on this one. I'm going to add a crimp bead because I've done it on the first one. Then let's go for, I think I'll just do one bead on this side. Let's add a crimp bead and then that one, and then another crimp bead. Let's see how that looks. So once you've done them, my crimp bead is disappearing inside my larger crystal. Can you see that? So it's here now. Did it disappear? No, it's just up at the top. Okay, so I'm just going to balance out. I'm going to make it so that my second crystal is going to sit in the middle of my big one. So I'll just line those up, and you'll see that I'm sitting it on my hand. You could sit it on your mat. Holding that bottom crimp bead with my pliers, you can see I've now got that maneuverability. So I'm going to sit it exactly where I want it to be and then crush it. And then hopefully you'll see it's going to give me that nice little bit of detail. Again, trim off that tail, and there's one of our components. And we'll make a few more like that. And then I'll show you on here. I'm not going to add a spacer bead. I'm going to add it in between two rondelles so that it will sandwich in between. And then when I hold that up, you can see it sits really beautifully in the center and just gives you that lovely little detail. So it's going to give us fringing. Now, the more of these that you add, the more of a feature it's going to become, and it will just give you the most beautiful dimension throughout the necklace. It gives you that little bit of movement. Obviously, it's just a really simple strung necklace. So doing something like this is just going to lift the design slightly and give you a lot more movement in what can be quite a rigid medium because it's just the tiger tail wire. So crossing those over, crimp bead up to the top. You can always use your first one as a little size guide as well. Moving that up to the top, crushing that one, and you'll notice that I keep on getting this lovely little crisscross in the top of it as well. So you can make sure that it's crossed over, and that will just give you extra bit of dimension. I'm going to go for a little bit of a smaller one on here. Let's go for a bicone on one of them, and then I'll do a rondelle on the other. So mixing up your colours, I'm going to go for a much shorter one because I will start to integrate these quite high up on the necklace. Lovely. And then on this side, let's do a spacer and one of the rondelles. So I'm going to change it up. I'm going to go for some of them a mixture of the darker and the lighter, some of them a mixture of only the light. Remember, you are only using about 2-3 inches worth of tiger tail wire here. So if you change it or you don't like it, once you've made it, your little drop, and it doesn't quite work, of course you can always just trim that off. You're losing a couple of crimp beads and only a couple of inches of your tiger tail wire, so it's really not an expensive make, and there's a little bit of leeway for error as well. And then what you can always do is just keep on adding these on, just seeing how they're going to sit. So you can see as these start to cluster together, we're going to get a really nice effect. You can obviously put on multiple ones onto one as well. So in terms of making it, I would create lots of these fringes first. I like to make all of my components first and then start compiling together the actual design. Of course, it's entirely up to you, but it's a really nice way of just sitting down, having a little bit of creativity, create these little fringes first, and then you can string them all on afterwards. Now, does anyone have any questions? I know some of you are having problems with your sound this morning, and I'm really sorry about that. I'm going to have a little look and see if there's any other questions to answer. So you've got Kitty's lovely deal that she's put up. Hi Sarah, I've used it for several things. Very good. Yeah, really lovely. It's such a great technique to learn. Morning Paula. Hi Michelle. Oh yeah, a few of you are sorting out your sound now. That's good. Hi Karen. Happy Easter. Thanks for the inspiration. Happy Easter to you too. I hope you have a lovely day. Sandra, I hope you fixed your sound. Kitty's got the lovely offer on there. Got the sound back, but switching off the iPad. Yay! Alison, thanks Kitty. Happy Easter to you and all of your family. Yes, have a lovely day, everybody. Happy Easter. Make lovely earrings, Sarah. They would, Doris. Yeah, absolutely. So you can use these fringings? You can use the fringe technique for so many different techniques and patterns. And as you can see, once it's worn, you just get this beautiful little spray effect. So shorter pieces up at the top, spraying down to longer in the middle, and just using them as a threadable component on your necklace. Natalie, it's a Facebook problem. Oh, naughty Facebook. They're probably really busy today. Hi, morning Joe, happy Easter. Oh, thank you all so much. Okay, so that's probably all I need to show you today. I'm going to take you through what is going on for the rest of the week as well. So if you pop onto the Totally Beads Facebook page, which you're here now, pop onto the main page, and just at the top you'll see there are little tabs, and you've got things like events, posts, videos, groups. So in there, in the event section, Kitty will put up all of the lives that will be going on for the rest of the week. So Kitty and I are going to be here every day at 10 o'clock. I'm going to do tomorrow morning, Kitty's going to do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then I'll do Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So if there's anything else you would like to see for the following week, we're sorted for this week, but for the following week, I'm assuming we're still all going to be at home, still doing the videos for you, then let us know. Hi Kitty, hope to see you again soon. Oh, lovely. Hi Seema. Okay, so what we're going to do is go on to the events, click that you are interested or that you are going to the event, and it's only a virtual event, so it's absolutely fine, and you will then get notifications just before we go live, so you'll get a reminder that it's coming, and then you'll also get a notification to say that Totally Beads has gone live. Tomorrow I'm going to be using pins to make beaded chain, so I'm going to show you how to turn the perfect loops on your head and eye pins, and I'm also going to show you how to create wrapped loops as well, so slightly more advanced. For those of you who are just starting, we'll perfect your loops, we'll start at the basics. For those of you looking for something a little bit more intricate, I'm going to show you wrapped loops, and we will make a beaded chain out of that. So for tomorrow, you're going to need head and eye pins or a soft gauge wire, and you'll need some beads. You will need your cutters, flat and round nose pliers, so you'll need all of those ready to go. On Tuesday, Kitty is going to show you a tiara. So she had the hairbands last week, and lots of you were asking for tiaras. So Kitty is going to do Tiara Tuesday. I think, what do you reckon? I think she should wear a tiara throughout the whole video as well. That's my Tuesday challenge for you, Kitty. Maybe if enough of you ask, she'll do it. Heidi would like to see some wire wrapping. Okay, so yes, I'm going to kind of do wire wrapping tomorrow. I think Kitty has already done a wire wrapped pendant. If you have a look on the page, there's a few videos from last week as well. Check that one out. On Wednesday, Kitty's going to be doing a spiral staircase. So that's going to be a really beautiful one. Quite an intricate weave. It's a delicate weave. It's a nice easy one to do, but she's going to take you through that. On Thursday, Kitty's going to be using the mesh. So some beautiful crystal mesh designs. Natalie, I think she should wear one. I do too. Keep going, people. Keep asking. We'll get her wearing a tiara. What I mean. Friday, I'm going to show you crisscross. So I'm going to be showing you a button clasp bracelet using crisscross patterns. So it's a really nice make, but it is absolutely stunning. Doesn't look very handmade when we're finished, so it's a really lovely and also positioning your knots perfectly, so creating your own clasp out of buttons. And I'll also show you my crisscross necklace. So if you get your rondelles from today and you've got a few jump rings, the rondelle offer today is 40% off. It's £15 and they are huge bundles. 10 strands. Kitty's laughing. I think we've got her, everyone. So 10 strands that are normally £35, they're £15 for today. That's your 8x6 crystal rondelles. Kitty's definitely going to have to wear a tiara. Sarah, you're a minx. I know I am, sorry. And then on Saturday, I had chainmail a couple of weeks ago, and I had somebody asking for a rope weave. So I will be doing that on Saturday with some chainmail. Okay, so I'm going to leave you all now that I've challenged you all to get Kitty wearing a tiara. Maybe we could even get Simon in the video wearing a tiara. Okay, I'm going to stop now. Have a lovely Easter Sunday, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. And I will see you tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock, for wrapped loops. And for loops, we're going to create lovely chains. Have a wonderful Easter Sunday. I hope the sun is shining. I hope you're all staying safe at home and you're doing okay. I will get you back. Sorry, Kitty. I will see you in the morning. Have a lovely day. Thank you all so much for interacting with us and starting off our day with a little giggle. It's been lovely seeing you all. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.